Hello guys, welcome to my channel. The less is more. So today we will discuss an editorial from the Hindu. Okay, and this is a new topic relatively from the last some of the topics that we have discussed. We are discussing. Okay, so let's start the editorial. The title of the editorial is Doorway to an Entrepreneurial University. A doorway to an entrepreneurial university. New knowledge is always the result of interaction between disparate or competing disciplines. New knowledge is result of the interaction between disparate or competing discipline. Whenever diverse players from different endeavors come together, institutions and organizations make gains because these joint ventures lead to the creation of whole new bodies of knowledge. University systems have always seen this. The modern university system, which is the result of large efforts to institutionalize and scale up research and study in many disciplines, keeps evolving. Over the years, multidisciplinary studies have seen new disciplines such as biochemistry and computing science, which in turn are spanning dozens of new subdisciplines, including the current rage, artificial intelligence and generative AI. While the modern university system has accelerated the growth and the rise of new disciplines across the globe, innovations that bring together academic and industrial research work are creating economic and intellectual value for universities. So, the modern university system has accelerated the growth and rise of new discipline across the globe. Okay. Innovations bring what? Academic and industrial research. They are creating what? Economic and intellectual value for universities. A new phase. This joint enterprise of academia and industry for creating innovations that lead to new products, services, platforms, and patents is entering a new phase. So, this joint enterprise of what? Academia and industry for creating innovations that lead to new products, services, platforms, and patent is entering a new phase. This brings us to the next possible evolution of universities, namely the entrepreneurial university. Of course, this is a provocative idea. One school of academia maintains that university should be the fount of new knowledge and research, and any attempt at commercialization of this vision should not be allowed. But globally, the thinking among new age universities and educational entrepreneurs is to ensure a fine balance between education and enterprise, where learners pay an optimal price of attaining knowledge, gaining employable skills, or pursuing serious research. While we need not get into a debate among these competing ideas, there is a definite need to create instruments and pathways that foster research and lead to a commercialization of research output so that the university system can capitalize the intellectual value of new product or process. The UGC's push in India, the University Grants Commission initiative to institutionalize the concept of professor of practice is perhaps a right pointer towards an entrepreneurial university. The UGC's move now clearly shows how universities are best positioned to foster innovation simply because of the flow of new set of bright minds every year seeking to push the frontiers of knowledge further. The UGC has said the objective behind introducing professor of practice is to enhance the quality of higher education by bringing practitioners, policymakers, skilled professionals into the higher education system. So, professor of practice. So, is to enhance the quality of higher education. The initiative wants to bring industry and other professional expertise into academic institution through a new category of position, that is POP. This will help take real world practices and experiences into classrooms and also augment faculty resource in higher education institution. In turn, industry and society will benefit from trained graduates who are equipped with the relevant skills. A POP is typically an individual with significant experience in their industry. What is POP? Individual with significant experience in their industry appointed to a faculty position at a university to share his or her practical knowledge and skills with students. Unlike traditional academic professors, POPs are often hired from outside academia and may not be required to have a PhD or other advanced research degree. Based on their expertise and experience in a specific profession or industry, they are expected to bring real world insights and perspectives to the classroom. POPs can be found in fields that include business, engineering, law. Journalism and the arts. In the field of engineering, for example, a POP can teach courses that focus on practical, real world application and share their insights in applied learning. They can serve as mentors for student projects, develop new courses that are more aligned to industry trends, collaborate with other faculty on research projects, and point to ways of converting patents into commercial products, which they do regularly in the industry. So, this is what the application or the benefit of having POP, professor at practice, in the university, right? Practical, real world application, insight, applied learning, okay, develop new courses, collaborate with other faculty on research projects, and point to ways of converting patents into commercial. So this is UGC push is a very good, that is professor of practice. Innovation is the next pillar. POPs can serve as ambassadors for their universities, building relationships with industry partners and helping to connect students with internship and job opportunities. They can also participate in professional organizations and conferences to stay up to date on industry trends and best practices. Thus, POPs can reshape a university's commercial thinking and energize the actions that add vividity to a university's culture. Teaching and research were the foundational pillars of university in the industrial era. In today's post-knowledge societies, innovation is the third pillar in universities. This should also be a continuous activity. So it's a innovation is a third pillar. And what are the other two? Teaching and research is teaching is the first pillar. Second pillar is research. So right now these pillars, but third pillar is being introduced recently by the universities, and it should be a continuous activity. When this innovative culture sets in strongly, every academic will be able to synthesize ideas and spin out startup enterprise. These university-based startups would not only incubate ideas but also convert ideas into patents. And transform patents into commercial products. The more such ideas grow, the better the idea of an entrepreneurial university gains ground. Its fruition would be a full convergence of research, industry work, and academia. The sum of this coalition will be much more than the individual parts. Perhaps one day POPs will lead to a new generation of entrepreneurs in residence, showing the way for bright students to create the next Google on campus. So one day POPs will lead to a new generation of entrepreneurs in residence, showing what way for bright students to create the next Google on this campus. So here the author has, or the editor has, appreciate the new phase of linkage with academia and industry. Okay, and UGC's push for POP, that is professor of practice, which is not an expert, not a PhD degree holder, but is the experts on the in the real world and in the field, who work in the industry, so that he can give real world insights to the students, and even they can help the student who are doing PhD, who are converting their ideas into patent, and from patent to commercialize the product. So POP can be work as a catalyst to from patent to commercialization of this product, because the first part or the first process is from ideas to patent, the work to be done by the university or the professors, but the next process can be catalyzed by POP, that is professor of practice. And we have seen that what other things that he can do is it gives practical and real world applications and applied learning. Okay, so in this way the university can be a entrepreneurial university, like create the entrepreneur, not just the rote learners, right, or the machines who can just speak up whatever they have learned. It should be a action oriented entrepreneur, right? And there is a school of thought for the university that only focus on the commercialization of the education and not the holding the intellectual value. How university can prominent? If the students who work there or the who do PhD or the research get convert into products, right, or some useful thing, then the people will start pondering that what education the person holds, from where it holds. So it is automatically increase the value of the university, right? It's just a single Sundar Pichai being as a Google CEO increase the value of its college or the university, that is IIT, right? There is no need for advertising that this university is good. Create some intellectual value, it will automatically get prominence, right? So this is what for today, guys. I hope you would be understanding, and please do comment in the comment section the whole summary of the only in just 25 words. And also, guys, if any of our viewers have a birthday today, please let me know in the comment section that you have birthday. We will wish each other, right? Our community will wish each other and give best wishes for their future endeavors, right? So bye bye, thank you, and till then, signing off for the day.